Three things that every human being desires to have or to experience in life is they mean well. They're trying to encourage me, but I don't feel encouraged when they tell me I shouldn't worry about that. Like, I don't feel encouraged when they're telling me three things that every human being desires to have or to experience in life is to be seen, to be heard, and to be understood.
Yep.
So when you are able to create those spaces with people, you should seeing the relief on their face, seeing their shoulders just drop and sink, and they're able to get into a space of comfortability, does a lot of wonders. But you can't get there if you come in with this mentality that everything, I'm just about to drop these wisdom nuggets on you, and if you don't pick it up, it's on you. I want to get you. I want to bring you there, but before I bring you there, I have to come to where you are. I have to come school. I got to come and just kind of learn more about you. What's your story? Where are you coming from? Because at the end of the day, Jesus gave us the choice to choose him. So I've got to be willing to give people the choice to choose him too.
That's right.
And how we do that is by my approach, my conversation, my words, my tone. God, I can't tell you how important your tone is in these conversations. Because you could say all the right things, but if you got a nasty tone, it's unheard. It's completely over their head. And
I'm just not going to listen anymore.
No, they're not going to listen anymore. And it shuts them down. Like, I've talked to a lot of people that have expressed to me, and this is more on a relationship basis, but I think this kind of ties in here too. There's a lot of people I've talked to where they're like, man, when I go through struggles and when I'm going through some hard times and some difficulties, and some people around me are they mean well, they're trying to encourage me, but I don't feel encouraged when they tell me I shouldn't worry about that. Like, I don't feel encouraged when they're telling me, why are you tripping? Life is good. You alive, ain't you? God is good, ain't he? Like, they don't feel encouraged by that because they don't feel heard. And so what their response is like, okay, you don't care. You didn't listen to a lick of nothing I just said to you. So I'm going to shut down, and I'm going to always, in my subconscious over time, if not quickly, will start to say, no matter what I'm going through, I'm not coming to you for that. Like, I just
right. That's right.
Don't come to you for that, because you don't help the situation. You just tell me everything's okay, but you're not listening to me.
That's
so
right.
You have to be willing to just ask questions, move in curiosity, and get to a place where you're willingly looking to understand them, know where they're coming from. Humans have stories, have experiences. You never know what you're speaking into. You just don't. And the only way that you will know is if you just sit back and kill your ego. Like, hey, I don't need to be heard or dominating this entire conversation. I would much rather spend this conversation hearing you. And then we can come back around to whatever I have to say if it's something you're interested in. But let that build and let that happen over time as the conversation goes on.
What's going on, party people? Listen, I'm just popping in real quick to let you know that I've got a new podcast I'm whipping up in the kitchen called The Bridge Podcast. I'm part of it with co-host Pastor Demetrius Colbert, who you've seen on this channel quite a few times. And we're here having real, raw, and relevant conversations.
We are going to say what you say. So sometimes it might be a little PG-13, because we're going to say what you say, like clapping cheeks, like they turned me on to that. Clapping cheeks. I was like, what?
Yeah. They're talking loud of their masturbation experiences, what they're currently doing when they get home at night, who's doing what, how many times, how did it feel, sore, all that good stuff. I mean, they're getting in it.
Now, before you get to thinking, no, you don't gotta be a Christian to check out this podcast, because at the end of the day, that we are all humans having life experiences, have questions, serious topics, serious concerns that we all would love to be helped with and get navigation with. And so this is where we come in, looking to give some insight from my perspective and his, that we could come together, share some wisdom that I think will be beneficial for you and the journey of life you're on.
The whole point of the bridge, again, is for you to be able to get on it and not criticize the bridge, but to use the bridge and say, I need to walk across on this side and hear what needs to be said. And I need to walk across on that side and hear what needs to be said.
So don't forget to check us out. Link is in the description, and I can't wait to see you there.